Greetings YouTube, Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. This is episode number 103, and right after the credits, after you save and restart your game, you reappear back in your room, back at the Pokemon HQ lab, so that's where we are now, and when you try to leave, you get an email from Egan. Dear Culination, I have heard that you returned from Dark Isle. I send this message as an invitation to the Aura Coliseum. I will be arriving shortly to ask you in And of course, as per the usual with Egan, the email gets cut off, so you don't know what he's talking about. But before we go outside to actually meet him, because you do kind of get ambushed by him when you walk outside, we're going to spend like the first half of this entire episode. Oh, did I go the wrong way? Yes, I did. Oh, no, I didn't. We can go through here. Okay. Had a brain fart there. But we're going to be spending the first half of this entire episode purifying the shadow Pokemon that have been purified while we were in Dark Isle, which is all 9 of them, I'm guessing, that were in the purifying chamber. So yeah, because we need to purify all of them, so we kind of have our work cut out for us, but we will be able to do it in sets of 9. So, I guess we need to get started. Yeah, all of them. Well, I guess set 9 isn't ready, and set 4 isn't ready. We need to walk around a little bit, I guess. Just a tiny bit more. Anyway, Golduck is first. It's a pure water-type Pokemon. It's evolution of Psyduck from the Kanto region. It likes to use Psychic-type moves as well. So that part is pretty cool. It gives it some extra type coverage. It's going to be regaining the moves Waterfall and Charm. Charm isn't a move that Golduck normally learns, but it can be effective. It's usually more effective when fighting other Shadow Pokemon because you can lower their attack. So at this point, I would recommend getting rid of that move. Next, in set 2, we have Dodrio, the normal and flying type evolution of Doduo. Dodrio is mainly used for its speed, and in 3rd generation, Tri-Attack actually works very well on it, and I believe Dodrio comes already with Tri-Attack. It's going to regain the move Drill Peck and Baton Pass. And Baton Pass is another one. It's a move that Dodrio does not normally come with, so that part is pretty cool. If you want to use Agility and Baton Pass, that can be useful if you're switching into very slow Pokemon. Alright, so next, in set 3, we have Altaria, the Dragon and Flying type Pokemon, and I think this one is still holding the Dragon Fang. I don't think I ever took it off of it, but that's okay. As for Altaria's moves that he recovers, he's going to recover Dragon Breath and Heal Bell. That is a move that Altaria does not normally learn. It's an awesome move, along with Solar Beam, which is also a move that Altaria does not normally learn. Although you can teach Altaria Solar Beam via TM. Heal Bell is cool because it gets rid of all the status conditions throughout your entire team. And Altaria is just awesome, especially with its special defense being as high as it is. It can withstand a lot of Ice-type attacks, even with them being 4 times super effective on it. So that part is cool. Alright, moving on. Farfetch'd is in the next set. It's a normal and flying type Pokemon. Does not have evolution, although I think it should by this point. But that's okay. It comes with the moves Slash, which is a stab move for Farfetch'd, and Baton Pass, which is actually a move that Farfetch'd would normally learn, and Swords Dance, which is also a good move for Farfetch'd because he relies mainly on physical attacks to do damage, so Swords Dance can buff up his attack a little bit. Alright, moving on to set number 6. We have the pure normal type Raticate, and Raticate can be surprisingly useful, and usually it centers around the use of Super Fang, because Super Fang is awesome because it can bypass the opponent's defenses, and just it automatically takes away half of the HP of your opponent, regardless of what its defenses are doing. Okay, so it regains the move Super Fang, which is good. It comes with that move already. And it's also going to gain the move Refresh. And that's not as useful, especially because Raticate has the Gust ability, which increases its attack power when it has status conditions. Refresh kind of is counterproductive to that, so I'd get rid of that if you're going to use Raticate. But honestly, who uses Raticate on their team? Seriously? Okay. Banette is the next Shadow Pokemon we're purifying. It's a pure Ghost-type Pokemon, which is unusual. There are not very many of them. The only other one I believe in this game would be the Duskull Dusclops line. Anyway, Banette's going to regain the move Feint Attack and Helping Hand. I believe it also has Shadow Ball on it somewhere, but that wasn't one of its recovered moves. I recommend getting rid of Feint Attack because since it's a special attack, I believe Banette will be better off using Shadow Ball as well, because Feint Attack isn't even a stab move, so considering Ghost and Dark type moves have the same type advantages, you might as well stick with the one that's actually his type. Alright, Sableye next, the Ghost and Dark type Pokemon. So he's going to regain the move Shadow Ball. And Helping Hand as well. I don't personally like Helping Hand. It can be useful in competitive battles sometimes, but I'm not a big fan of it. Anyway, that's all for our Shadow Pokemon. So we might as well, I guess, go to the Purifying Chamber here. So we do have 2 Pokemon in sets, I think, was it 4 and 9, that have just a tiny bit left to go. So, alright, let me see here. I'll take Golduck and, oh, I didn't want to do Golduck. Why did I pick up Golduck? I'm retarded. We want Shadow Pokemon. Alright, we'll do Executor, and we'll put him in that set. I guess I'll just start using some of the legendary birds as well. The legendary birds take a very, very long time to purify, so I recommend sticking them in the Purifying Chamber immediately so that when you're doing all this extra stuff after the credits, you get them started, because it will take a very, very long time for them to be purified. There we go, there's Zapdos. That's what I was looking for. Alright, we got all 3 of them in there, and I'm not going to do Lugia yet, so don't worry about that. We'll do that after all the other Shadow Pokemon. Alright, we'll try Rhydon, why not? Do like all of Master Greevil's Pokemon all at once. Weird. Alright, well I guess we're all full for now. We need sets 4 and 9 to be finished. That would be awesome. So, might as well run around a little bit, and I guess we can go outside and take care of Egan as well. Nah, hold on. I think I still have Shadow Lugia on my team. Not interested in Shadow Lugia. No. We want our Crobat back because I spent a lot of time training that thing. And yes, okay. So, for Egan's team, because we actually have to battle him, he's going to use all electric type Pokemon, so that's why I wanted to have Crobat on the team so I can use Earthquake. And there we go. Pinsir and Magmar are ready. Well, I was going to run around a little bit, but I guess that doesn't matter. Okay, so for Pinsir, this thing is an attacking machine. It's also a pure bug type, does not have an evolution, and it has just fantastic physical attacking power, especially with moves like Brick Break and Submission. It can learn Earthquake. I believe it can learn Rock Tomb as well. Hyper Beam. As far as bug type moves, I don't think it really learns any besides Fury Cutter, but I wouldn't bother with that. Pinsir can just unload with fighting type moves and all that good stuff. Just do a crap ton of damage, especially if you give it Sword Stance. Pinsir will be nearly unstoppable. Alright, in set 9 we have Magmar, the fire type Pokemon. Magmar actually does not have an evolution in this game because remember, this is Generation 3. Magmar has not gained the Magmortar evolution yet. So he's kind of on his own here. The Magmar is still good, and he can hold his own. He comes with Fire Blast. I believe he also comes with Psychic. And Follow Me, which is a move that Magmar would not normally learn. He also comes with Cross Chop. And Follow Me, as you know, basically draws attention to the user of it so that the opponents cannot attack your other Pokemon. So that's good when used in combination with Focus Punch so that you can pull off the move without getting hit. Stuff like that. Alright, so now we have 2 open spaces for more Shadow Pokemon. We'll put Lapras in set number 9 and point her towards Growlithe, because obviously her water type is good on Growlithe's fire, and we'll do Marowak as well, and we'll point him towards Voltorb, with the easy electric ground relationship going on there. Alright, and I don't believe we have anything else that we can do. We have all of our sets filled, so now we wait. We have to go do other stuff. Other stuff being like battling Egan and Mount Battle, of course. And we also have one more Shadow Pokemon that we actually have to catch. That's what we're going to be doing in the next episode. Here's Egan. Have you read that email? Yes. I panicked and sent the email before I finished it, but I'm glad to hear that you've received it. I was inspired by your battle exploits, Culination. You see, it made me want to have a battle with you. That said, Culination, there are countless trainers that would be honored to battle with Cipher's nemesis. I therefore decided to take charge and organize a Coliseum event. Impressed? Not really. But before we talk, we must battle. You and I. On guard. Alright, so we're thrown into a battle with Myth Trainer Egan. The last time that we battled him, he just had a Pikachu. This time he's going to have 6 Pokemon. And it's going to be 2 Pichus, 2 Pikachus, and 2 Raichus. The only thing that's somewhat difficult about this battle is the fact that all of these little rodents know Volt Tackle, which is a fairly powerful electric type move. It eventually becomes a physical attack because of the physical special split, but it's a special attack in Generation 3 because of its typing, and inflicts a lot of damage and then also inflicts a lot of recoil to the user. So be careful, but I'm thinking that they're not even going to get a chance to attack because 3 Earthquakes should be enough to knock out all of them. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Oh, wait, no. Shadow Ball knocked out Pikachu. I thought I used Earthquake first. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so maybe 2 Earthquakes? I don't know what's going on here. We'll see. Okay, so the Shadow Ball knocked out the first Pichu, and then that brought out Pikachu, the first Pikachu, which is at level 50, and then Earthquake knocked out the Pikachu and the second Pichu. So confusing. Alright, now he's going to send out his second Pikachu, and then the first Raichu. And one difficult part about this is that we haven't seen Pokemon this high leveled yet. The Raichu is at level 55, so it could very well dwarf your Pokemon by a good 10 to 15 levels. These things are fast and they're powerful with Volt Tackle. I think some of them also use the Rain Dance and Thunder combo, so just be careful. Bring a Pokemon that knows Earthquake and just start unleashing it every single turn. That does 2 things for you. If it's a ground type, it'll be immune to Thunder and Volt Tackle, and it will also have the advantage on all of his Pokemon at once. Alright, so after that Earthquake, Crobat's going to grow up to level 48. It's about time because he's starting to fall a little bit behind there. And now it's time for the last Raichu. So this match is pretty much over. And as long as Flygon can attack first, we can evade Crobat dying. We'll go for Giga Drain because it doesn't matter what we use. Didn't do that much damage, but that's okay. Crobat's special attack really isn't that good, so Giga Drain isn't ever an attack that's going to do a lot of damage, but it's always best to include a Grass-type move. You never know when you run into those pesky Quagsires. Flygon does outspeed the Raichu and kills it off with an Earthquake. And that's going to be the end of this battle. Not really anything too difficult. Yeah, just don't bring Water-type Pokemon. Oh, I knew it, but bravo. I repeat, bravo. We get $5,500 for defeating him. It's no wonder that Cipher has their eyes on you. I must say I enjoyed myself tremendously. I'm sure that the trainers who have gathered at the Ore Coliseum will be delighted to face you. Please, we'd very much like you to come. And he's going to open up that area on the map for you. And the Ore Coliseum is an optional event. And it's part of the, I guess, after-game stuff. You know, you don't have to do it. It's not included in the storyline. And I'm not going to be including it because these are some of the most difficult battles in the game. And it's kind of like Mount Battle, but I think, or at least I feel like Mount Battle is a lot more important. So I'm going to be covering the end of Mount Battle in the upcoming episodes, and we're not going to be doing the Ore Coliseum. There is something called the Lucky Egg Quest, though, that involves the first set of the Ore Coliseum and defeating that. And I might be including that if I get enough push from you guys, so let me know if you want me to include that in the walkthrough. If not, we're going to skip over that and go catch the very last Shadow Pokemon of the game, and then move on to Mount Battle. But thank you very much for watching, and please stay tuned for episode number 104. Game on!